for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
We're super stoked. Today is we're full of surprises.
Yes.
And I'll you know what, I think it might be kind of fun to make everybody wait on the internet who's watching, at least for a song, to find out what that big surprise is at the end. But congratulations to you in advance for Ingenue being out in the world in February of 2020.
Thank you so much. It's very exciting. My first full-length album.
It's the first one. I would call it a debut, but it's not your debut musically, just
Correct.
as a thank you. That's all right. We only need one of me here today. But yes, congratulations to you on that eventual release. A couple songs are out in the world right now, both of which we'll hear today, and another about to come out, which we will also hear today.
Yes, a sneak preview.
Yes, a sneak preview indeed. So the first song we're gonna hear today is the first single, and that's "Got Me With Goodbye." And a video for that was released on October 18th, produced by your brother.
Yes, it was so cool getting to work with him. He's been in the film industry for years and worked on shows like Queer Eye, which is one of my favorites. So it was just really special, kind of an act of love and sibling non-rivalry to come together and make that.
Very cool.
It's out now everywhere that
Very
you watch
cool.
videos.
Nice.
It's not on Netflix, but...
Well, yeah, but it's the same place that you might be watching this video.
Yes.
And yeah, we got a lot more to talk about and a whole bunch of cool stuff to happen, but let's talk about a little bit more about the first song. Where does it kind of come from?
Yeah, so this is called Got Me With Goodbye, and I wrote it about modern relationships, which are amazing to me, amazingly difficult. I think we're in a time now that communication is more possible than it's ever been, and quicker, but somehow face-to-face, it's not as easy as it has been in the past, what I would imagine. So you can get into relationships, and there's just a lot of miscommunication and miscues, and I thought I was in this relationship with this person, and kind of the only thing that we ended up being on the same page with was goodbye, and that's where this came from.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool.
Words sound so good now, echoing in my head, louder than what's that you say. Baby, baby, darling, wanna see you dancing in the sun. Oh no, there's more than you say. You got me with goodbye. You got me with goodbye. I see you more than ever. You're caught up in my life. What's worse than looking at you? I'm starting to lose the colors of your eyes. Maybe you never seen me, maybe you never knew, but I had to be looking at you to see that this is where you're buzzing. Got me with goodbye. Got me with goodbye.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Loving the digital age, right?
Loving the digital age.
Also,
Modern
the
love.
name of an art show, a series of pieces by an artist that I follow on Instagram that I think you might enjoy, named Arvita Bystrom. So
Oh,
shout out
wonderful.
to those of us that are paying attention to the complexities of that phenomenon.
Yes.
Because it's 2020 almost.
We can do it.
You think we'd have it figured
We
out?
can
At least
love.
at least we have a Cybertruck now. We finally have a futuristic looking car.
Right.
So we're halfway there. But
Cybertrucks and food trucks.
food truck, yeah. I want a cyber food truck.
Yeah. It's a perfect date night.
Start it up here, right here in Atlanta, or in East Nashville, which is where you're calling home these days.
Yes. I
Yeah.
love East Nashville. It's such a special place to be. Shout out to anyone listening from
Yeah.
East Nashville
Shout
right
out
now.
to East Nashville and Nashville.
It's such a special time. There's so many incredible artists that I'm sure have been on Paste, and it's just a very warm community, which I really love. Everyone's supporting each other, and it's wonderful.
Making cool stuff happen.
Making cool stuff happen.
Nice. Like the eventual cool thing that will happen here.
Yes.
The other single that is already out in the world is Pray for Rain,
That's
which will
true.
be the third song we hear today. So it's
Yes.
not next. But that song on record and in reality here at Pace will feature the Blind Boys of Alabama.
Yes.
And we're so stoked they're here.
I know. I'm so excited. It's an insane honor. They're
We-
musical heroes of mine, and I could not have ever imagined working with them and on something that is a song from my life and really personal. And be able to connect on that and have them here now to do it live is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm
So
so glad you guys are having us. Thank you.
thrilled. I've got goose feels all over the place
Yeah.
for the whole thing. It's pretty nuts. So stay tuned. That's on the way. But next is a song that is not yet out in the world. It is
No.
the third single to be released. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so this one's called Rebound, and it'll be out in January before the album is released. And it was sort of written in a space which I think a lot of us have been in, where we want to be something to someone, and in that particular space, we're never going to quite be that to them. And that's painful. And in this case, I was their rebound. And so a song came out of it, which is great. I was able to go to my bedroom and, sit on the floor and cry and write a song, which, the magic of music.
Magic of music and the songwriting question I won't ask. Yes.
Right.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we can't wait to hear it.
Thank you.
Trying to look up. I don't want these tears to drop. It's half my fault for the hookup, and all on me for the fall. I should've known when you talked of a breakup in some book called Tiny Death. You weren't just trying to be cool or philosophical, you were living it. Do you blame me for wanting to show you my worth? Do you blame me for wanting to give you it all?
All right, all right. Well, our special guests are getting gathered while we speak. We're so stoked that this is all happening. How in the heck did this all come together?
Oh my gosh. It's
Other
been a
than you
journey.
being awesome and other awesome people wanting to be involved. Bliss.
Oh my gosh. Well, someone who's been a mentor in my life, Chuck Shivers, is brother and tour manager of the Blind Boys of Alabama. And so they've been in my circle for a while, and I've been aware of them. And as everyone knows, their music is just incredibly uplifting and inspiring. And and in a day. And
Very cool spot. Other people who have been through have talked about it. And yeah, so this is the second single to be released off the record.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sort of taken aback by the fact that we're about to hear it. We're still gathering folks, so I'll also throw out one other thing here. You also play French horn and piano, which is very cool.
I do.
Are we going to hear either of those instruments on other songs from the record?
Yes, there will be French horn and piano on the record. French horn's on 2 songs. It's actually on Got Me With Goodbye.
Yeah, I heard a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of sounds like it could be guitar, but
I
it's
wasn't
not.
sure. I didn't know that bit of info about you, so I just assumed that it was like some other,
Oh yes, I'm a
instrument.
very big band nerd. Always have been, always will be.
All right. I played trombone in high school, so
You get it.
I get it.
Trombone players were always kind of the wacky fun guys.
Yeah, we were like the drummers of the brass section.
You
like
were.
we were the goofballs, the
I have
class
some good
clowns, the
friends
failed
who-
class clowns of the world.
Yeah.
But
now look at you.
look at us now. We're all doing. Obviously, we
Joke's
should.
on them.
Right. We should all feel really good about our life decisions. That goes for you, Kristen, and also for the Blind Boys. Like, thank you all for being here. How did you kind of land on this batch of songs, Kristen, to become the record in its eventual entirety in February 2020 when we get to hear it?
Yeah. Well, the record is going to be called Ingenue.
Yep.
And it's sort of about coming up in the world as a young woman who's a little out there and just, I think, holding on to hope despite bad things that can happen. And a lot of these songs come from places in which I needed them. And I think this is a special first album for me because it kind of pulls from a bunch of my different influences, like classical music and blues and, classic rock. And so it sort of has a little bit of all of that. And
Cool.
just a here I am world kind of moment.
Right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and grand reveal this whole thing that's happening here. Internet, say hello to Blind Boys of Alabama joining us live on the set, and we're going to see you guys back here in about an hour for a session of your own with the full band, and we're like beyond thrilled for this whole thing to be happening. So without further ado, Kristen, I would say let's take it away.
Pray for rain.
Do the leaves feel shaken after the breeze? Do the trees feel fuller after it rains? But does a hollow feel love from the core after one? Too many storms. Pray for rain, pray for warm. Pray for rain, pray for warm. Do the waves miss the sea when they reach the shore? Does the tide feel a little low when the moon's compelled to go? Are the rivers and the creeks a little purer than me, or have they already cried out souls to the seas? Pray for rain, pray for warm. Pray for rain, pray for warm. I've tasted love in every form.
Yeah. Wow. Blind Boys
so
of
much.
Alabama, thank you. And we'll see you back here in not too long. We got to get Kristen out of here and get you guys set up,
Get her
and we'll
outta
do
here.
it. Kristen, you're the best. Thank you
guys
so much for
Thank
making
you,
all
Chris,
of this
for making
happen.
Blind Boys.
Thank
This has been, this is so good. So good. Thank you again for being here, and safe travels to everywhere you are going in the world, which are a lot of really cool places, I can tell. Thank you again so much.
Much.
Thank you.